Ellie hosts a Christmas party with a white elephant exchange. That's a joke competition to see who can bring the worst, cheapest present possible. My wife's family had a white elephant exchange. Apparently, their version involves getting legitimately nice gifts, so I ended up looking like a jerk that everybody hates. Merry Christmas to me.
Argo Funk Book Review. Argo Funk Book Review.
Ellie has some new competition in the organizing business. Gabrielle Williams recently moved to town. Gabrielle is stealing all of Ellie's jobs and clients through a mixture of flirting, heavy discounts, and availability. That is, Gabrielle has a lot more free time than Ellie. It's weird to see Ellie complain that she doesn't have any free time for anything, when A, pretty much all the book takes place during her free time. She never watches her kids. And B, she's a professional organizer. If she doesn't have free time, she should organize her own schedule. Ellie and Gabrielle have a public argument when Gabrielle tries to steal Ellie's new client, Marie. It turns out Marie is a hoarder. Her house is full of useless garbage. Ellie isn't qualified to handle this situation. Not really. But Marie's psychologists insist on putting Ellie in charge. Your complete lack of experience and understanding makes you the perfect candidate for the job. Gabrielle's sister, Jean, sells things online. Everyone gives her their junk gifts for resale, not knowing 3 of them will prove to be major parts of the story. There's been a series of break-ins recently. Abby is the latest victim. Someone broke into her house and stole everything on her counter, including a distinctive snakeskin purse. Ellie wants to apologize to Gabrielle. Gabrielle asks to meet at Jean's house. When Ellie arrives, she finds Jean was murdered using a white elephant gift. I knew a live hand grenade was a bad choice for the gift exchange. No, actually, it's a crystal-shaped paperweight. Gabrielle accuses Ellie of being the murderer. The police make Ellie their top suspect because this is the 7th time she's been involved in a murder case. That's too many to be a coincidence. She's probably a serial killer. Ellie learns that Jean's husband, Simon, makes a secret trip every day around the time of the murder. The police are uninterested in this information. He's going to a hula hoop exercise class. Obviously. The police purposely wait for Ellie to be away from home so they can break into her house and search the place. Gabrielle offers to team up with Ellie to solve the mystery. They find Jean's day planner and a note from Jean, neither of which help very much. Gabrielle looks guilty when it's revealed she fought with her sister on the day of the murder. Gabrielle's ex-husband says she's obsessed with money and inheritance. Gabrielle later claims she found Jean's missing will, which gives her everything. Gee, that's convenient. Marie backtracks on cleaning her house. Ellie trips and hurts herself when the culprit leaves a stick on Marie's steps. Ellie sees Abby's stolen purse in Cecilia's car trunk. There's a book club meeting at Cecilia's house. Ellie sneaks away to check Cecilia's garage, but all she finds is a bag of rectangular things. It takes Ellie longer than it should to realize, wait a minute, rectangle? That's the shape of a cell phone! Abby and Ellie return to the garage. The bag has all the stolen items, including phones and a duck decoy. The decoy was one of the white elephant gifts. The women confront Cecilia, but Cecilia pulls the trick. I can't talk. I have to go to the bathroom now. She escapes through the window and takes the duck decoy with her. It turns out the cheap duck decoy is actually worth $1 million. In the end, the police find Cecilia when she tries to sell it. Abby and Gabrielle split the money, probably because if Abby became an overnight millionaire, she would leave the series, and we can't have that. The duck decoy makes Ellie think one of the other white elephant gifts could be secretly valuable. She realizes a jigsaw puzzle went missing. It turns out that Marie stole the puzzle moments before the murder. Marie didn't want to tell anyone because it would expose her problem with hoarding. The culprit shows up here. It's Simon. I'm still not sure why he reveals himself as the culprit at this point. Nobody knows he's guilty? Does he think the puzzle box incriminates him somehow? Simon shows up with a gun. He's got a plan to kill both women and frame Marie for everything. He steals Ellie's phone and sends a fake text message to her husband. Mitch instantly realizes the text is a fake and comes running because Simon spelled out every single word and he spelled them correctly. Foiled by good grammar, Simon. Simon killed his wife because she realized he was embezzling money from a charity. He faked his alibi by messing with the clock at the gym. He set it 5 minutes fast. Nobody else in the hula hoop group noticed. Marie tries to knock Simon out with a lamp, only she accidentally hits Ellie. Ellie wakes up inside a locked closet. Fortunately for her, there's a secret crawl space underneath the carpet. She opens it up and escapes, only she's not smart enough to close the hidden door behind her. That makes it super easy for Simon the murderer to figure out where she went. He chases her through the neighborhood. She is saved when she finds a shotgun-wielding neighbor who has an overly showy lights display. The end. Post-book follow-up. I thought this book had decent pacing. It's mostly Ellie going through her day-to-day life. There's not a whole lot of excitement or drama, despite the fact that it's a murder mystery. Still, it maintains a high enough level of interest. I like the duck decoy stuff, but I think it took over too much of the book. Gabrielle and the police detective both disappear from the book about 100 pages before the ending. I would have preferred following up on them. They are the major characters for the majority of the story, and then they just go away. I didn't like the Marie hoarding storyline because it didn't progress much, and it didn't tie into the murder mystery. A heavier focus on the mystery would have been nice. Gabrielle was the only suspect for the entire book. If she wasn't guilty, then the culprit had to be a surprise culprit. I give Ellie Avery number 7, Mistletoe, Merriment, and Murder a 6 out of 10.